Welcome back to Don't Make Me Tap Again. I am your host, Angie Grant, and normally for our tapping sessions together, I've been tapping on the energy of the day. This podcast episode isn't about that. This podcast episode I'm bringing to you after an interaction with someone who is near and dear to my heart, who had opened up to share with me how really overwhelming it is when her kids are sad, angry, acting out, whatever it might be. And she had shared her deepest feelings about really just wanting her kids to stop feeling, quite frankly. She said she doesn't like to say those words and that that's not exactly how she meant it to come out, but I feel like that resonates with so many of us for a whole slew of different reasons. Whether it's because we were raised to think that we need to stuff our feelings, or perhaps it's part of your energetic design. If you have an open emotional solar plexus or an undefined emotional solar plexus, you feel the energy of others, including your kids. So when your kids are having big feelings, you feel it too, whether or not you want to. Or perhaps you have gate 19 as part of your design. I know that's my story, that I don't have an open emotional solar plexus. Mine is very defined. I feel so deeply what my kids and what other people feel. And for me, it's because of my gate 19. It is the gate of sensitivity. And I have this deep, deep sensitivity for what others are going through. When I'm on the shadow side of it, it can really drag me down and cause me a lot of distress. If I'm being honest, it's probably one of the things that I tap on in the moment more than any other experience is me wanting to use EFT or tapping as a tool to create space where I can learn from their emotions instead of being drugged down by them, which has been thus far my experience in life is having this sensitivity to other people's feelings, and it drags me down. So I use tapping to clear some space so that I can learn what I'm supposed to learn by having this sensitivity to others. I don't want to shed my ability to be sensitive by any means, but I do want to be in a better space where I can learn from it. And using tapping has been a powerful way to do that. There can be so many other reasons why you might struggle with your kids' emotions. Perhaps you feel the pressure to try and figure out what's wrong with them. Maybe you have an open head or ajna, and you're feeling that deep, deep pressure to try to figure out how to solve or fix the problem. Maybe it's your own sense of self-worth that you're struggling with, that when other people are sad or upset, or especially our kids, right? We tend to take it so personally and take it to be a reflection of how good of a parent we are. There can be all kinds of reasons why you might take on your kids' feelings. For today's episode, we're going to tap to release some of that negative energy so that you can be in a space where you can learn what you're supposed to learn, what you're designed to learn. Because when we're in that space of just wanting it to go away, we're not being present for our kids, we're not being present for ourselves, and we're expending all of our energy trying to stop their behaviors or their feelings. And that isn't what we want for them most often. When we really take a step back and reflect, that isn't what we want. So this is what we're going to tap on today is being overwhelmed by our kids' feelings. So when you're ready, I encourage you, if this feels right to you, to just tap along with me. Repeat the words that I say and repeat my actions and see what comes up for you. Before we start tapping, I always encourage you to take an assessment of yourself. When you think about your experience with taking on your kids' feelings, feeling overwhelmed by your kids' feelings, where would you rate that? I encourage you to rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being that it's a big problem, you're very overwhelmed, it's all consuming, and 1 being that you're at peace, that it really doesn't bother you at all. Assess yourself first, and then let's get to tapping. All right, so here we go. Even though I can feel so overwhelmed by my kids' emotions, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel so overwhelmed by my kids' emotions, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel so overwhelmed by my kids' emotions. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Take a deep breath. Top of the head. Overwhelmed by my kids' emotions. I just want them to stop. I just want them to be happy. Overwhelmed by my kids' emotions. Overwhelmed by my kids' emotions. I just want them to stop crying. Overwhelmed by my kids' emotions. I just want them to stop crying. And take a deep breath. Encourage you now to check in with yourself again. Has your score changed at all? Are you still feeling that big overwhelm by your kids' feelings, or are you feeling a little bit closer to peace? Also, check in with your body. Did anything happen or come up? Do you feel maybe a knot in your stomach, or maybe something feels stuck in your throat like you're going to cry, or maybe you're feeling some tension between your shoulder blades? It's different for all of us. I know for some, this thought of wanting our kids to stop can cause some sadness in us. It can cause some sadness because we don't want to feel that way. We want our kids to be able to feel their feelings and feel safe in their feelings. And acknowledging that that's our experience as parents can help put us in a better space to be more present for them. So let's tap on that quick. So, even though it makes me sad when I think about wanting my kids to stop being sad, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though it makes me sad when I think about wanting my kids to stop feeling, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though it makes me sad when I think about how I want my kids to stop feeling, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Take a deep breath. Top of the head. I feel sad. Sad that I want them to stop. Sad that I want them to stop so I feel better. I feel sad. Sad that I want them to stop. I feel sad. I feel sad. I feel sad. Take another deep breath. Check in with yourself again. How are you feeling? Is that sadness still there? Or did any new feelings or sensations pop up? I encourage you to reach out if you want some individualized tapping sessions for yourself. I really can help you to create more peace and connection in your most important relationships, but it starts with you making a decision that you're ready to heal. So, thanks for hanging out, and we will tap soon.